most iconic car in a sci-fi movie was built to be terrible, intentionally. A car so absurd that its very name screams mediocrity. In Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop, amid the crumbling skyline of future Detroit, there's one vehicle that sums up the movie's entire message about greed, power, and stupidity: the 2043 OCP 6000 SUX. Yes, SUX. Not a typo, not a coincidence. This luxury sedan wears the word SUX like a badge of honor. It drinks fuel faster than you can blink, falls apart during chase scenes, and somehow became a pop culture icon. In a world where corporations sell the illusion of progress, while everything around them decays, the 6000 SUX wasn't just a prop. It was a punchline with a purpose. It mocked American excess bad design and blind consumerism in one shiny chrome package. So today, we're diving deep into 20 weird facts about Clarence's infamous 2043 OCP 6000 SUX, a car so bad it became unforgettable. Because sometimes, the worst cars make the best legends. 20. The name that admits itself SUX. It's not often that a company releases a product that literally insults its own buyers. But that's exactly what the 6000 SUX does. Its name doesn't try to hide its flaw, it announces it. In a world drowning in corporate arrogance, this was satire at its finest. Imagine walking into a dealership and proudly paying for a car that tells everyone I suck. The filmmakers weren't subtle. They wanted audiences to laugh and wince at the same time. Because in this dystopian Detroit, people buy status, not sense. And that was the joke. The rich were literally driving proof of their own bad taste. 19. The 8.2 miles per gallon disaster. Even by 1980s standards, that's atrocious. The 6000 SUX boasts 8.2 miles per gallon, not as a hidden flaw, but as a selling point. Its fictional commercial flaunted it proudly, like a badge of macho excess. Who cares about the planet, it seemed to say. We've got leather seats. In a future where resources are scarce, this car drinks gasoline like a frat boy chugging beer at spring break. You'd spend more time at gas stations than on the road. It's gloriously inefficient, and deliberately so. The filmmakers turned fuel waste into art. 18. Built on a 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Underneath the futuristic chrome and fiberglass lies the skeleton of a plain old 1977 Cutlass Supreme. A decade-old car dressed up as a futuristic luxury model. That's the punchline. The production team took what was once an everyday sedan and turned it into a parody of bad innovation. By 2043, this supposed next-generation vehicle still runs on technology older than disco. It's like marketing a smartphone that still uses rotary dials. That clash between old mechanics and fake futurism made it one of cinema's most perfect visual jokes. 17. The commercial with the Roaring Dinosaur. In RoboCop, even the ads were outrageous. The 6000 SUX commercial features a giant roaring dinosaur proudly declaring, "Big is back because bigger is better." The message oversized, outdated, and doomed, just like the dinosaurs themselves. The comparison wasn't accidental. The 6000 SUX is a dinosaur huge, clumsy, destined for extinction, yet somehow celebrated for it. It was Verhoeven's way of mocking how media sells failure as glory. 16. Triple exhausts for maximum obnoxiousness. Most cars have one exhaust pipe. Sports cars maybe two. The 6000 SUX. It flexes 3 mounted dead center like a mechanical middle finger to logic. There's no reason for it. It doesn't make the car faster. It just makes it louder, dirtier, and more ridiculous. Every puff of smoke feels like the car itself sneering at the audience. Look how wasteful I am, and you still love me. It's excess turned into art, a statement that subtlety is officially extinct. 15. Clarence's crime mobile. Forget sleek getaway cars or armored vans. Clarence Boddickers gang, the ruthless villains of RoboCop, cruise around Detroit in none other than the 6000 SUX. The irony is perfect. A gang that thrives on chaos drives the very symbol of excess and stupidity. They blow them up, abandon them, crash them into walls, because why not? When your car literally has SUX on the badge, taking care of it seems pointless. It's almost poetic. The worst people in the movie drive the worst car ever made. The 6000 SUX becomes a reflection of their recklessness, flashy, destructive, and utterly disposable. 14. Reclining leather seats in a death trap. When asked what kind of car he wants, one character in the film answers, "Something with reclining leather seats that goes really fast and gets really terrible gas mileage." The punchline. The salesman offers him the 6000 SUX. It's a darkly funny moment that sums up consumer obsession in one-line comfort over common sense. You could lean back in style, sure, but you might also explode at any moment. In RoboCop, luxury is a death sentence wrapped in fine leather. The filmmakers weren't just mocking cars, they were mocking priorities. 13. The Cobra assault cannon scene. One of the most unforgettable moments in RoboCop is when the gang uses a Cobra assault cannon pulled straight from the trunk of a 6000 SUX to obliterate another 6000 SUX. One shot and boom, the whole thing vaporizes. No one in the scene even questions how easily it explodes. That's the joke. These cars don't just break down, they detonate like fireworks. The idea that someone keeps military-grade weapons in a luxury car trunk just adds to the absurdity. It's not just a bad car, it's practically a mobile bomb showroom. 12. A grotesque exaggeration of 1970s American luxury. The 6000 SUX wasn't designed to predict the future, it was made to mock the past. Its gigantic proportions, mountains of chrome, and tasteless details were all exaggerated nods to the worst traits of 1970s American sedans. It's like someone took every bad idea from Detroit's bigger is better era and turned the volume up to 11. The filmmakers weren't just making a prop, they were creating a symbol, a shiny metal coffin, for the idea of progress. 11. Mocking the real Pontiac 6000. Here's a twist that makes car enthusiasts grin. The 6000 SUX was a direct parody of a real car, the Pontiac 6000. That sedan was bland, forgettable, and utterly average. So the filmmakers took it and said, what if we made it even worse by adding SUX to the name? They transformed mediocrity into comedy gold. It was both a jab at lazy car design and a meta wink to 1980s audiences who recognized the name instantly. Pontiac probably didn't find it funny, but fans sure did. 10. Style over substance. Literally, on the surface, the 6000 SUX looks like something out of a luxury showroom. Bold lines, futuristic panels, gleaming chrome. But open the door, and the illusion collapses. The engine straight from the old 1977 Cutlass. The dashboard, same one. Even the radio wasn't updated. It's a car wearing a tuxedo over sweatpants, all show no go. The filmmakers wanted this duality to hit hard, a society obsessed with image, but hollow on the inside. Every time the camera lingers on that over-the-top exterior, you're reminded that beneath it all lies nothing. 9. The falling mirror incident. During one chase sequence, the 6000 SUX literally starts falling apart. Its side mirror just drops off mid-drive. No explosion, no impact, it just gives up. That wasn't an accident. It was planned. The production intentionally made the car's build look cheap, a reflection of both the fictional company's incompetence and Detroit's decaying industry. The criminals driving don't even react to their use to it. For them, losing a mirror is just part of the luxury experience. It's such a small moment, but it perfectly captures the film's dark humor when failure becomes normal. People stop noticing. 8. An American tradition. That's the tagline proudly used to advertise the 6000 SUX, and it's dripping with irony. In RoboCop's Broken America, that phrase doesn't celebrate innovation. It celebrates failure. The tradition being honored is one of waste, arrogance, and denial. Imagine slapping the words, an American tradition, on a car that gets 8.2 miles per gallon and falls apart in a chase. The satire writes itself. Verhoeven's message was clear. Even as the country decays, the marketing machine keeps smiling. 7. The year 2043. A future that forgot the future. While the movie never says it outright, prop details and fan research confirm it. The 6000 SUX exists in 2043. That means in 56 years, society managed to make cars worse than in the 1980s. Think about that. We were supposed to have flying vehicles, advanced AI, and clean energy. Instead, the people of RoboCop's Detroit drive gas-guzzling dinosaurs. It's a warning, not a prediction, a satirical mirror held up to humanity's refusal to evolve. 6. From screen to shelf. The toy models. In one of the greatest cases of irony in pop culture, the 6000 SUX eventually became a collectible item. Companies like Blue Bricks and custom prop shops now sell model kits of the car. Collectors pay real money for replicas of a car designed to mock consumerism. They proudly displayed the triple exhaust, cheap bodywork, and tacky proportions. The filmmakers would have loved it. Their joke outlived the movie. The very thing that was created to criticize blind consumer culture ended up being consumed. 5. 2 fully functional cars were built. To bring the joke to life, the production team didn't just mock up one prop. They built 2 fully operational 6000 SUX vehicles, plus a third partial shell just to blow up. These weren't just display models. They could actually drive. Well, sort of. Each was built on a Cutlass Supreme frame covered in custom fiberglass panels that made the cars heavy, fragile, and hilariously impractical. Reports from the set mention that they broke down constantly, forcing the crew to pause filming just to get one running again. It's poetic, really. Even behind the scenes, the 6000 SUX couldn't escape its own joke. Today, those 2 remaining cars are rare Hollywood relics. Every so often, one surfaces in a private collection or an auction. Owning one is like possessing a time capsule of cinematic sarcasm, a piece of metal that proudly says, "This is how bad things could get." 4. The Blaupunkt radio luxury in a junkyard. Among its premium features, the 6000 SUX includes a Blaupunkt sound system, a real-world brand known for its high-quality German radios in the 1980s. In the film, that brand name sticks out like a diamond glued to a trash can. The car is loud and efficient and fragile, yet it has a top-tier stereo system. The filmmakers were laughing at the idea that people cared more about entertainment than engineering. You could enjoy crystal-clear sound, right up until the engine caught fire. It's the kind of detail that makes RoboCop's satire genius, the perfect mix of humor and horror. 3. The factory sticker joke. In fan communities, one of the longest-running jokes is that every 6000 SUX still has its factory sticker on the window. It's the kind of absurd small detail that fits the movie perfectly. A luxury car so disposable that its owners don't even bother removing the tag. The sticker lists all its features, 8.2 mpg mirrors that fall off explosions included. It's truth in advertising, taken to dark comedy. It also hints at something deeper, that the people of RoboCop's world buy these cars, not because they're proud of them, but because they have nothing else left to buy. The sticker is still there, because the illusion of choice is all they have. 2. Inspired by European luxury cars, and completely missing the point. The 6000 SUX borrows design cues from European models like the Rover SD1 and Citroën CX, both sleek and refined. But when filtered through the exaggerated lens of American consumerism, those influences became grotesque. Where European cars aimed for balance and elegance, the SUX turned everything into an overblown parody. Too much chrome, too many angles, too little sense. It's as if someone tried to copy a European luxury design after hearing it described over a bad phone connection. What could have been sophisticated became the automotive equivalent of a bad caricature. And that's exactly what made it perfect for RoboCop's world, a future where even inspiration has been corrupted by greed. 1. The perfect symbol of corporate dystopia. At its core, the 6000 SUX isn't just a movie car. It's the embodiment of everything wrong with the world of RoboCop. It's not the hero's car. It's not a machine of justice. It's a mirror reflecting human vanity, greed, and failure. In a city ruled by megacorporations like OCP, where police are privatized and lives are expendable, the 6000 SUX rolls in as a gleaming joke, a luxury product designed for a society that's completely lost its sense of value. Every inch of chrome screams progress, but every bolt whispers decay. It's the car of a future that forgot how to dream. A future where people don't chase meaning, they buy it. Where advertising sells lies wrapped in horsepower and smoke. The 6000 SUX was meant to suck intentionally, brilliantly, painfully. Its badness is its beauty. Because in RoboCop, the worst car imaginable becomes a work of art. A piece of cinematic prophecy about where unchecked capitalism leads shiny, loud, and utterly hollow. Even now, decades later, fans revere it not for what it could do, but for what it said. It was satire disguised as steel comedy welded to catastrophe. And in that way, the 6000 SUX achieved something no real car ever did. It became a legend by being a disaster. And there you have it, the OCP 6000 SUX, a car. So outrageously bad that it somehow became one of the most unforgettable vehicles in cinema history. It's more than just a prop from RoboCop. It's a symbol, a parody, and a warning, all rolled into one steel monstrosity. What makes it brilliant isn't the design or the fake commercials or even the triple exhaust pipes that spit arrogance into the air. It's the meaning behind it. The 6000 SUX captured a dark truth about the future that still feels uncomfortably real today. The idea that marketing can sell anything if you wrap it in the right shine. When Verhoeven's Detroit citizens lined up to buy a car that literally told them it sucks, it wasn't far-fetched science fiction. It was satire with one foot in reality. Because we've all seen that story play out in the real world. Products that fail but still sell, industries that collapse under their own excess, people who keep buying illusions just to feel powerful. And yet against all odds, the 6000 SUX has outlived its own joke. Fans collect it, discuss it, build scale models of it. The car that was designed to mock consumer culture has become a beloved piece of it. That's the ultimate irony, and maybe the point all along. So the next time you watch RoboCop and see that ridiculous commercial with the Roaring Dinosaur, remember what it really stood for. The 6000 SUX wasn't just a bad car in a movie. It was a mirror one that still reflects us today. Because sometimes the cars that suck the most are the ones that stick with us forever.